Ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a moment that life is not a series of random events, but a divine choreography, a sacred dance, where every step, every twist of fate is leading you towards something extraordinary. Right now, you stand on the precipice of such a moment. This isn't just a coincidence or a fleeting chance. It is a destined encounter written in the stars and whispered by the divine. The universe has aligned itself in perfect harmony, and you have been called, chosen to step into a future that will transform everything. To fear the unknown is natural, but it is also the very place where life unfolds in its fullest glory. You are not here by accident. You are the instrument of change, and the meeting ahead will awaken the immense potential that lies dormant within you. This is your moment. This is your time. Imagine, if you will, that your entire existence has been part of an intricate divine tapestry, a dance so deliberate and profound that even the smallest movements hold meaning. Each moment, each choice has guided you to this very instant. You might believe that your life has been shaped by coincidences, by luck or chance, but let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. You were always meant to be here, now, on the edge of something extraordinary. The path you have walked is not random. It is a journey marked by divine design, one that whispers through the winds of time, calling you forward. Even in your darkest hours, when the weight of uncertainty pressed against your soul, the universe was working in quiet harmony, shaping your experiences, molding your spirit, and preparing you for what lies ahead. You may not see it yet, but you have been chosen. Chosen to receive, chosen to rise, and chosen to transform. A meeting is closer than you think, one that will shift the ground beneath your feet and open doors you never even knew existed. And while the thought of such change might bring with it a tremor of fear, let that fear not paralyze you, but awaken you. The unknown has always been the birthplace of life's greatest revelations. It is where creativity is sparked, where love is found, and where courage is born. The path ahead is not something to dread, but a sacred invitation to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. You see, being chosen is not a matter of privilege. It is a call to responsibility. The universe doesn't merely pick those who are ready, it picks those who are needed. It sees in you something remarkable, something that can shift not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. This meeting is not just for you. It is for the countless others who will be touched by the ripple effect of your transformation. So, as you move closer to this pivotal moment, trust in the divine timing of it all. Life does not unfold by accident. Just as the stars find their place in the night sky and the tides rise and fall with perfect rhythm, so too has your journey been orchestrated with precision. The delays, the detours, even the heartbreaks, they were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you, to strengthen you, and to refine you for what is coming. What lies before you is a doorway to a new reality, and to walk through it you must first let go of the fear that holds you back. The ego whispers doubts into your mind, convincing you that you are not ready, not worthy, or that the opportunity is too big for you. But these are illusions, shadows of a mind that clings to what is familiar. You were not born to live within the confines of fear. You were born to rise, to embrace the unknown, and to discover the endless possibilities waiting for you. You might wonder, why me? Why now? The answer is simple yet profound, because you are ready. Even if you feel unprepared, the truth is that every experience you've lived through has been the training ground for this moment. The universe does not make mistakes. It does not choose the unworthy. It sees the potential within you, a potential that perhaps even you have yet to fully realize. This is not just a meeting of chance. It is a divine appointment, one that will awaken the dormant seeds of greatness within you. It will call you to step beyond the confines of your current reality and into the vast, limitless expanse of possibility. You are not here to live a life of mediocrity. You are here to create, to inspire. So when the moment arrives, meet it with open arms and an open heart. Do not shy away from the magnitude of what lies ahead. Instead, embrace it fully, knowing that you are not alone in this journey. The same force that placed the stars in the heavens and breathed life into your being is walking with you, guiding you every step of the way. This meeting, this life-changing moment is closer than you realize. And when it comes, it will not just change your life, it will remind you of who you truly are. It will remind you that you are and always have been the chosen one. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm of life that courses through your existence, the silent yet undeniable pulse that has guided you to this moment. Every breath, every decision, every experience, whether joyful or painful, has been part of a magnificent journey. And while it might seem that the road has been random or chaotic, nothing could be further from the truth. There is an order, a divine orchestration that governs all things, and you are now standing at a crossroads where destiny meets opportunity. This is no ordinary juncture. This is the point where everything begins to change. What you are approaching is not just an event or a meeting, but a profound encounter that will alter the trajectory of your life. And though you may not fully understand it yet, you have been prepared for this. Think back to the trials you've endured, the moments that tested your strength and resolve. Were they not the chisels that shaped you, the fires that forged you into who you are today? There is a history before us, the border between this timeline and the one you are traveling on this journey to. Well aware that this timeline, life has been molding you for this very moment, refining your character, sharpening your vision, and teaching you lessons that you would need to carry forward. The meeting you are destined for is not merely about an external connection. It is about the awakening of something deep within you. It will stir parts of your soul that have lain dormant, waiting for the right spark to ignite them. And when this moment comes, you must be ready to embrace it with your whole being. This is not the time to question your worthiness or doubt your abilities. You were chosen for this. The universe, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided that you are the one who must rise to this occasion. And yet it is natural to feel hesitation. The unknown often brings with it an unsettling mix of excitement and fear. But consider this: everything you have ever desired, every dream you've dared to dream, lies on the other side of that uncertainty. Life does not ask for your perfection, it asks for your courage. It asks for your willingness to take the step, even when you cannot see the entire path. So we find, in the toughest, unreserved moments of life, we find the courage, the hope, and loving-kindness life as you on earth. The moment you choose to trust in the unfolding, to surrender to the divine flow, you will find that the universe meets you halfway, offering its full support. Being chosen is not about privilege or luck, it is about responsibility. To be chosen is to be entrusted with something greater than yourself. It is a call to step into a version of yourself that you may not have fully realized exists. This meeting, this pivotal moment, is not just for you. It is for the lives you will touch, the people you will inspire, and the legacy you will leave behind. When you rise, you do not rise alone. You lift others with you. It is important to recognize that divine timing is never early and never late. It is precise, unfolding exactly as it should. The delays and detours you may have encountered were not wasted time. They were part of the process. Each one taught you patience, resilience, and the value of perseverance. If the meeting had come earlier, you might not have been ready to receive it fully. Trust that the timing is perfect, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. This life-changing moment is not something you need to force or chase. It is already on its way to you, just as surely as the dawn follows the night. Your task is not to control it, but to prepare yourself to receive it. Open your heart and clear your mind of doubt. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. When the moment arrives, let it find you fully present and fully alive. Allow it to transform you, to awaken the greatness within you that has always been there. You are the chosen one, and this is your time to shine. The meeting ahead is not just an event. It is a reminder of the infinite possibilities within you. Trust in it, embrace it, and know that you are ready. The world needs you. Take a moment to reflect on the beauty of the journey that has brought you here. Each step you have taken, each twist and turn, has been part of a divine pattern unfolding perfectly, even when it didn't seem that way. Life has been speaking to you all along, through quiet whispers and bold calls, through challenges and victories. And now you stand on the brink of something extraordinary, something that has been waiting for you, as much as you have unknowingly been waiting for it. If you stay where you are, no one will be able to undo your scheming and upsetting and unfinding a way from which you can never escape. This is not an ordinary meeting or coincidence. It is a convergence of purpose, a life-changing encounter that will awaken a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of becoming. It will not only alter your path, but will illuminate it in ways you could not have imagined. This is the moment the universe has been preparing you for, carefully shaping and refining you through every experience, every triumph, and every heartbreak. Perhaps you have questioned why things have unfolded as they have. Perhaps there have been times when the weight of uncertainty felt too heavy, or the delays seemed unbearable. But I urge you to see that none of it has been wasted. Every experience, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, has been essential. The hardships were not meant to break you, but to strengthen you, to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. The universe does not make mistakes, and it does not waste its energy. You are exactly where you are meant to be at precisely the right time. It is natural to feel apprehension as you approach the unknown. The human mind often clings to what is familiar, even when it no longer serves us, because familiarity feels safe. But the unknown is not your enemy, it is your ally. It is where growth happens, where transformation takes root, and where life reveals its greatest wonders. The meeting that lies ahead is an invitation to step beyond the boundaries of fear and into the infinite realm of possibility. To be chosen is not a matter of luck or favoritism. It is a sacred responsibility. It is a recognition of the potential that resides within you, waiting to be realized. The world does not need another person content with the ordinary. It needs individuals who are willing to embrace their calling, who are brave enough to answer the question, "What am I here to do?" This meeting is not simply about what you will gain, but about what you will give, about the light you will bring to others because of the transformation you are about to undergo. And yet the power of this moment lies not in the event itself, but in how you choose to meet it. The meeting may come in the form of a conversation, an opportunity, or even a chance encounter. But its significance will be determined by your readiness to recognize it and your willingness to act upon it. Life-changing moments are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they arrive quietly, like a seed planted in the soil of your awareness, waiting for you to nurture it into full bloom. Divine timing is one of life's great mysteries, yet it is also one of its greatest gifts. Everything unfolds as it should, not a moment too soon or too late. Trust in this timing, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. The delays were not setbacks, but preparation. The waiting was not a punishment, but a necessary period of growth. When the moment arrives, you will understand why it could not have happened any other way. The high pine of sorrow is the great pleasure of love. The delays can be only mysteries. The waiting is not setbacks any other way. As you move forward, let go of the doubts and fears that have held you back. Embrace the truth that you are ready. You have always been ready, even in the moments when you felt unworthy or unprepared. The universe chose you because it sees in you a spark that can ignite change, not just in your life, but in the lives of others. When the meeting comes, meet it with open arms and an open heart. Let it remind you of the boundless potential within you, of the strength and resilience that have brought you this far. You are the chosen one, and this is your moment. Step into it fully, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, destined for something greater than you have ever dreamed. As you stand on the threshold of this moment, take a deep breath and consider how far you have come. Every step of your journey, whether you recognized its significance at the time or not, has brought you closer to this very point. It is not an accident that you are here, poised for transformation. Life has been quietly weaving its intricate patterns, shaping your experiences, refining your character, and preparing you for the encounter that lies just ahead. Among you, this meeting is not a mere coincidence or a fleeting chance. It is a divine appointment, a moment ordained by forces far greater than we can fully comprehend. There is an energy moving through the universe, an intelligence that connects all things, and it has chosen this time, this place, and you to step into something extraordinary. It is a call to awaken, to embrace the path that has been waiting for you, and to step boldly into the fullness of who you are always meant to be. Perhaps you have felt the weight of uncertainty pressing down on you, the nagging questions of why me, or am I ready? These thoughts are natural, for the human mind often wrestles with self-doubt in the face of great change. But let me remind you, the universe does not make mistakes. You are not here by accident, and this meeting is not an event you stumbled upon by chance, and it is the result of an alignment far beyond what you can see, a convergence of purpose and timing that has been set in motion since the beginning. Everything that has happened in your life, every high and low, has been part of your preparation. The challenges you faced were not obstacles to deter you, but tools to sharpen your resolve and deepen your wisdom. The joys you experienced were not fleeting pleasures, but glimpses of the beauty and potential that await you. Each moment has been a lesson, and each lesson has been a step forward, even when the progress felt invisible. You have been walking a path of purpose, and now you are about to encounter the moment that will bring it all into focus. When you consider what lies ahead, it is important to understand that being chosen is not about being perfect or flawless. It is about being willing. It is about recognizing that you have been entrusted with something greater than yourself, a calling, a purpose, a mission. This meeting will not only change your life, but also ripple outward to touch the lives of others. The decisions you make and the actions you take as a result of this encounter will shape not only your destiny, but also the destiny of those who cross your path. This is why you must approach this moment with an open heart and an open mind. Do not let fear of the unknown hold you back. Fear is a natural response to change, but it is also a reminder that you are on the edge of something significant. Let that fear be a guide, not a barrier. Step forward with courage, trusting that the same force that brought you to this moment will carry you through it. Remember that divine timing is never accidental. The universe unfolds with precision, and the delays, detours, and waiting periods you have experienced were not wasted time. They were seasons of growth, opportunities for you to prepare, and moments when the pieces of your journey were being aligned. When the meeting comes, it will come at exactly the right time, not a second too soon or too late. Trust in this timing, for it is as perfect as the rising sun and the turning tides. As you move closer to this life-changing encounter, focus not on what you fear, but on what you hope for. Allow yourself to dream of the possibilities that lie ahead. Imagine the doors that will open, the opportunities that will present themselves, and the transformation that will unfold. You have within you the strength, wisdom, and courage to rise to this moment. The universe has seen it, and now it is time for you to see it too. Listen, listen, and now it is time for you to see it too. When the moment arrives, meet it with everything you have. Be present, be open, and be willing to embrace the change that is coming. This is your moment to step into the role you were destined for, to become the person you were always meant to be. You are the chosen one, and this is your time. Trust in the path, trust in the timing, and trust in yourself. The meeting ahead will not only change your life, it will remind you of the incredible power and potential that has been within you all along. Pause for a moment and feel the weight of this moment in your life, not the weight of burden or heaviness, but the profound significance of where you stand right now. This is not an ordinary chapter in your story. It is a turning point, a crossroads where everything you've experienced converges into a single transformative moment. The meeting ahead of you is not just an event, it is a gateway, a bridge between who you have been and who you are destined to become. Emotions are a gateway to the past. They can take you onwards or forwards to different destinations. It is as though the universe has been patiently waiting for this alignment, for this divine timing to bring you face to face with destiny. As you approach this moment, you might find yourself grappling with feelings of doubt or apprehension. That small voice in your head might whisper questions like, "Am I ready?" or "Why me?" These questions are born of fear, a natural response to the unfamiliar and the unknown. But let me tell you this, fear is not your enemy. Fear is a sign that you are on the verge of something extraordinary. It means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, leaving behind the familiar to embrace the vast possibilities of what could be. Life has been preparing you for this. Think back to the moments when you felt lost, when the path ahead seemed unclear. Those were not wasted days or missteps. They were essential. Every detour, every struggle, every moment of uncertainty was part of a grander plan. The universe has been shaping you, refining you, and equipping you with the strength. Even in the moments when you felt unseen or forgotten, the divine was at work, orchestrating your journey with perfect precision. And now, the time has come for you to step into the fullness of your potential. This meeting will be a catalyst, a spark that ignites a fire within you. It will reveal things you never knew about yourself, capabilities and passions that have been lying dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. This is your moment, and it is closer than you realize. All you need to do is trust. Trust in the timing, trust in the process, and most importantly, trust in yourself. Being chosen is not about being the best or the most qualified. It is about being willing to step forward when the call comes. It is about having the courage to say yes to the unknown, to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not about having all the answers. It is about having the faith to take the next step, even when the path is unclear. The universe chose you not because you are perfect, but because you are capable. It sees in you a strength and resilience that you may not even fully recognize yet. This meeting, this life-changing moment is not something to fear, it is something to celebrate. It is an opportunity to shed the limitations that have held you back and to step into a new version of yourself. One that is freer, stronger, and more aligned with your true purpose. Imagine the doors that will open, the connections that will be made, and the transformation that will unfold. This is not just about what you will gain. It is about the impact you will have. The choices you make in this moment will ripple outward, touching lives and creating change in ways you cannot yet fathom. Remember that the universe operates in perfect harmony. The delays and detours you've experienced were not mistakes, they were part of the preparation. If this meeting had come any sooner, you might not have been ready to fully embrace it. But now you are ready. You have the wisdom of your experiences, the strength of your struggles, and the clarity of your vision. Trust in this timing. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When the moment arrives, meet it with open arms and an open heart. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. Step into the light of this opportunity with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are not here by accident. You are here because you have been chosen. This is your moment to rise, to embrace the change that is coming, and to step into the extraordinary life that awaits you. The universe has decided, and now it is time for you to decide. Will you step forward and claim your destiny? You are the chosen one, and this is your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Have you ever paused to consider that you are not just another being wandering through life, but a chosen one? Chosen not by mere chance, but by the divine spark that resides within you. From this moment forward, let go of the illusion that you must carry the weight of the world alone. The universe has always been your silent partner, waiting for you to realize that your duty is to live, and it is God's duty to guide, provide, and manifest abundance in your life. Today we step into a new understanding. Richness forever is not a far-off dream. It begins now, in the very essence of this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever stopped to wonder about the extraordinary truth of your existence? It is not by random chance or some cosmic accident that you are here. Beneath the surface of who you think you are lies something vast, something eternal. This is the divine spark that resides in each of us, a sacred presence that connects us to the infinite, the timeless, and the divine. You're not just a person living an ordinary life. You are the chosen one, not because of what you've done, but because of who you already are. The beauty of this realization is that it does not depend on external validation or accomplishments. It is a truth that exists regardless of circumstances, waiting for you to recognize it. Think about the countless hours we spend chasing success, love, or meaning, believing we must earn our place in the world. But what if I told you that everything you seek is already within you? That the universe itself chose you to express its infinite creativity, wisdom, and love. And when you embrace this truth, you step into a realm where effort transforms into ease, struggle dissolves into trust, and fear melts into faith. The moment you recognize that you are chosen, life shifts. Suddenly, you no longer see the world as a place to conquer, but as a playground of possibilities. You begin to understand that your existence is not about forcing outcomes, but allowing life to unfold through you. You are not separate from the flow of the universe. You are the flow. This realization is the key to freedom. It liberates you from the endless striving and opens the door to a deeper, richer experience of life. Now let's talk about what it means to be chosen. It doesn't mean you are exempt from challenges or hardships. In fact, being chosen often means facing those moments with a profound sense of trust and openness. It means seeing every situation, whether joyful or difficult, as a part of your divine unfolding. You no longer view obstacles as punishments or failures, but as opportunities to grow, to deepen your understanding of yourself, and to align more fully with the divine flow of existence. When you accept this, you realize that you are never alone. The universe, or what some call God, is always working in partnership with you. You don't have to do it all. In fact, you can't. The idea that you must control every aspect of your life is an illusion, a burden that weighs down your spirit and dims your light. But when you let go of this illusion, something miraculous, you create space for the universe to step in, to guide you, to provide for you in ways that are often unexpected, but always perfect. Think of it like a dance. You are not the sole dancer, you are dancing with the divine. Your job is not to choreograph every step, but to move in harmony with the music of life. The rhythm is already there, and it is flawless. When you let go and trust the flow, you discover a richness that goes beyond anything you could have planned or imagined. This richness is not just material wealth, though that too can be part of the equation. It is an abundance of joy, love, creativity, and peace that fills your life from the inside out. This brings us to an important point. Richness is not something you acquire, it is something you become. It is a state of being that emerges naturally when you align with your true self. And when you live from this place of inner richness, the outer world reflects it back to you. Opportunities arise, connections deepen, and life begins to feel like a series of blessings rather than a series of burdens. Yokushkai Balotsu. But how do you step into this truth? It begins with awareness. Pause for a moment and breathe. Feel the aliveness within you, the beating of your heart, the flow of your breath, This is the divine spark, the part of you that is eternal, unchanging, and infinite. When you connect with this essence, you realize that everything you've been searching for is already here, in this very moment. The idea of forever is not some distant future, it is now. Eternity is present in every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of being fully alive. As you embrace this, you begin to see the world differently. Life becomes a gift, not a test. Challenges become adventures, not threats. And you, the chosen one, step into your role not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in the divine dance of creation. This is the ultimate richness, a life lived in harmony with the infinite, where every moment is a reflection of the eternal abundance that is your birthright. So, my friends, remember this: you are chosen, not by chance, not by luck, but by the very essence of existence itself. From this moment on, let go of the need to force, to strive, to control. Trust in the divine flow and know that it is God's duty to guide you, to provide for you, and to ensure your path is one of richness forever. Step into this truth and watch as life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. Life has a curious way of teaching us lessons through the illusion of control. From a young age, we are taught to strive, to plan, to make things happen through sheer willpower. We're told that success is the result of hard work, sacrifice, and endless effort. But what if the true essence of life was never about control at all? What if the secret to abundance, joy, and fulfillment lies not in striving but in surrendering? The moment you let go of the illusion of control, you step into the flow of life. This doesn't mean you become passive or indifferent. On the contrary, it means you finally become free to act with clarity and purpose. Imagine you are on a river. If you fight the current, struggling against the flow, your journey will be exhausting, frustrating, and ultimately futile. But when you surrender to the current, you allow the river to carry you effortlessly toward your destination. The same is true of life. The current of existence is already moving, already guiding you toward the experiences and opportunities that are meant for you. All you have to do is trust it. Trust, however, is not always easy. We cling to control because it feels safe. We believe that if we can just plan enough, work hard enough, or worry long enough, we can shape the world to our liking. But control is an illusion. Life is vast, unpredictable, and interconnected in ways we cannot fully comprehend. To think we can control it is to limit ourselves, to cut ourselves off from the infinite wisdom and abundance of the universe. When you let go of control, you open yourself to the beauty of what is. You stop resisting life and start participating in it. This doesn't mean you give up on your dreams or abandon your goals. Instead, it means you approach them with a sense of trust and openness. You do your part, but you also allow space for the universe to do its part. This balance between effort and surrender is where true magic happens. Think about the times in your life when things just seem to fall into place. Perhaps you met someone at the perfect moment, or an opportunity arose when you least expected it. These are not random coincidences. They are the natural result of aligning yourself with the flow of life. When you stop trying to control every detail and start trusting the process, you make room for these moments of serendipity and grace to unfold. Letting go of control also means letting go of fear. Fear is the voice that tells us we must hold on tightly, that we must force outcomes or risk losing everything. But fear is rooted in a misunderstanding of who we are and what life is. At our core, we are not separate beings struggling against a hostile world. We are expressions of the infinite, interconnected with all that is. When you truly understand this, fear begins to dissolve. You realize that there is nothing to lose because everything you need is already within you. This shift from control to trust transforms your relationship with life. It allows you to move through the world with a sense of ease and confidence. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself or compete with others. Instead, you focus on being true to yourself and following the path that feels right for you. And as you do this, you begin to notice a profound change. Life starts to feel less like a battle and more like a dance. You become attuned to the rhythm of the universe, and you find yourself in the right place at the right time, over and over again. This is not to say that challenges won't arise, they will, but even challenges take on a new meaning when you let go of control. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth and transformation. You trust that every experience, no matter how difficult, is part of your journey and has something to teach you. This trust gives you the strength to face life's uncertainties with courage and grace. To let go of control is to step into a deeper understanding of life. It is to recognize that you are not a separate entity struggling to survive, but a part of something vast, beautiful, and eternal. It is to see that the universe is not indifferent to you, but is constantly working with you, guiding you, and supporting you. When you align yourself with this truth, you discover a richness that goes beyond material wealth. You experience a sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. So, what would happen if you let go? What if you stopped trying to control every outcome and started trusting the flow of life? What if you believed, even for a moment, that everything is unfolding exactly as it should? This is not a call to inaction, but a call to live more fully, to show up, to do your part, and then to release your grip and trust the process. When you do, you will find that life has a way of surprising you in the most extraordinary ways. The universe is ready to guide you, to support you, and to provide for you. All it asks is that you let go and allow it to do so. When you consider the concept of divine duty, there's an inherent sense of relief waiting to be uncovered. What if all this time you've been carrying a burden that was never yours to carry? The weight of responsibility, the endless striving, the constant attempts to prove your worth, these are not the tasks of the soul, but the tasks of the ego. And the truth is, they are not necessary. It's the divine energy that flows through all things, the creative force some call God, has always been quietly working behind the scenes, ready to take over the moment you step aside. Imagine for a moment that life is a grand performance, a beautifully choreographed dance where every step, every movement has already been planned out to perfection. Your role in this performance is not to control the music or the rhythm, but to surrender to it, to feel it, and to express it with every fiber of your being. The divine does not need you to lead the way. It only asks that you trust, follow, and allow it to guide you. This is not a loss of power, but the ultimate liberation. When you realize that it is God's duty to pave the path, you free yourself from the exhausting struggle of having to figure it all out on your own. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means understanding that the universe operates with an intelligence far beyond our comprehension. When you align with that intelligence, you no longer feel the need to push against the current of life. Instead, you allow yourself to be carried by it, trusting that it will take you exactly where you are meant to go. This trust is not blind faith, but a deep knowing that the same force that governs the stars, the tides, and the seasons also governs your life. It is a partnership between you and the divine, where you bring your presence and intention, and the universe brings its infinite wisdom and support. There is profound richness in surrender. Not just the material kind, though that often follows, but a richness of the soul, a feeling of being fully alive, fully present, and fully connected to something greater than yourself. This kind of richness cannot be earned or achieved. It can only be received. It is a gift that is already yours, waiting to be claimed the moment you stop trying to control every detail of your existence. The idea that it is God's duty to provide for you may seem radical at first, especially in a world that glorifies self-reliance and hard work. But this is not about abandoning responsibility. It is about understanding the nature of your true responsibility. Your duty is to show up with an open heart, to listen to the guidance that comes from within, and to take inspired action. Beyond that, it is not your job to force things into being. The creative power of the universe is far more capable of orchestrating the details than you could ever be. Think about the times in your life when things have unfolded effortlessly. Perhaps you met someone who changed your life at the exact moment you needed them, or an opportunity appeared out of nowhere that seemed too perfect to be coincidence. These moments are reminders that you are not alone in this journey. The divine is always working on your behalf, arranging circumstances and aligning opportunities in ways you may never fully understand. Your role is simply to remain open, to trust, and to follow the guidance that arises within you. The greatest obstacle to this trust is fear. Fear tells us that if we don't control everything, it will all fall apart. But fear is a liar. It is the voice of the ego, not the soul. The soul knows that there is nothing to fear because it is connected to the infinite, the eternal, and the unchanging. When you live from this place of connection, fear begins to lose its grip on you. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself, to compete, or to cling to what you have. It is from this place of wisdom and trust that you gain the courage to connect that big power. You realize that true security comes not from external circumstances, but from your inner alignment with the divine. As you let go of fear and embrace trust, you begin to see life differently. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and even the unknown becomes a source of excitement rather than anxiety. You realize that everything is happening for you, not to you, and that the divine is always guiding you toward your highest good. This shift in perspective transforms not only your experience of life, but also the energy you bring to it. You radiate a sense of peace, confidence, and abundance that draws even more of these qualities into your life. This is what it means to live in richness forever. It is not about accumulating things or achieving status. It is about living in harmony with the flow of life, trusting that everything you need will be provided, and knowing that you are always supported by a force far greater than yourself. This is the ultimate freedom, the ultimate joy, and the ultimate truth. The divine has already chosen you. Now it is your turn to choose trust, to choose surrender, and to choose the richness that is your birthright. Richness forever is not something you chase, it is something you allow. Yet so many of us live as though we are separate from abundance, as though life is a series of hurdles to overcome rather than a flow to embrace. We believe we must fight, strive, and control to earn our place in the world. But what if the very act of striving is what keeps us from the fullness we seek? What if the richness we desire already exists, waiting for us to notice it, waiting for us to step aside and let it in? To understand this, you must first realize that life is not against you. It is not a test, a punishment, or an uphill battle. Life is for you. It always has been. Every breath you take, every moment you experience is a gift, a sign that the universe is conspiring in your favor. But here's the key. The more you try to force life to fit your expectations, the more you resist its natural flow. True abundance, true richness, cannot be forced. It can only be received. Imagine you are holding a cup under a waterfall. If you try to grip it too tightly, if you move it around frantically, the water spills everywhere. But if you hold it steady with a light touch, the cup fills effortlessly. This is how life works. When you stop gripping so tightly, when you stop trying to control every outcome, you create space for the richness of life to flow into you. This is not about passivity or laziness. It's about trust. Trust that the universe knows what you need better than you do. Trust that there is a rhythm, a timing, a divine orchestration to everything. This trust begins with a shift in perspective. Too often we define richness in narrow terms: money, possessions, success. While these things have their place, they are not the essence of true abundance. Richness is a state of being, a deep inner knowing that you are whole, complete, and connected to the infinite source of all things. When you live from this state of being, external riches naturally follow, but they are no longer the goal. They become a reflection of the abundance you already feel within. The most profound realization is that this inner richness is your birthright. You do not need to earn it, prove yourself worthy of it, or fight for it. The universe chose you the moment you were born. It gave you life, breath, and the spark of the divine within you. From that moment, everything you have needed has been provided. The challenge is not to gain abundance, but to recognize it. To see that every moment, no matter how ordinary, is filled with the richness of existence itself. This recognition requires letting go of fear. Fear is the voice that says you are not enough, that you must control, that you must cling to what you have or risk losing everything. But fear is a distortion, a product of the mind, not the soul. The soul knows that you are infinite, eternal, and deeply connected to the divine. It knows that you are never alone, never unsupported, and never lacking. When you listen to this deeper knowing, fear begins to lose its power over you. Letting go of fear also means letting go of the need to control. Control is rooted in the belief that you are separate from life, that it is up to you to make everything happen. But this belief is not true. You are not separate from life, you are life. You are not separate from the flow of the universe, you are part of it. When you let go of control, you align yourself with this flow. You stop swimming against the current and start moving with it. And in this movement you discover a freedom and ease that you may have never thought possible. This doesn't mean challenges will disappear. Life will still present its lessons, its growth opportunities, its moments of discomfort. But when you trust the flow, even these challenges take on a new meaning. They become part of the unfolding, part of the divine plan that is always guiding you toward your highest good. You begin to see that what you thought was a setback was actually a redirection, a blessing in disguise. The sooner we approach things from a higher place, the sooner progress can become a blessing in disguise. The richness of life is not in its guarantees, but in its mystery. It is not in knowing every step of the journey, but in trusting that the next step will always appear. This trust is the foundation of abundance. It allows you to move through life with confidence, knowing that you are supported, knowing that the divine is always working in your favor. Energy. And so the question is not whether richness is available to you, it is whether you are willing to receive it. Are you willing to let go of the struggle, the fear, the need to control? Are you willing to trust that life is not something to be conquered, but something to be lived, moment by moment, in harmony with the divine? When you do, you will find that richness forever is not a destination, but a way of being. It is the natural result of living in alignment with the truth of who you are, an expression of the infinite, chosen by the universe, supported in every way, and destined for abundance beyond measure. To live in a state of richness forever is to embrace a truth that is both liberating and humbling. You are not separate from the abundance of the universe. There is no external source you must chase or earn approval from to claim your share of life's gifts. Everything you need is already within you, waiting to be recognized, nurtured, and expressed. This realization shifts the entire framework of how you perceive life. You never stop. Instead of striving to become worthy of abundance, you begin to see that you are inherently connected to it, as inseparable from it as a wave is from the ocean. This shift begins with understanding that you are chosen, not in the sense of exclusivity or favoritism, but in the profound sense that life itself has chosen you to exist. Out of the infinite possibilities, you were brought into being, a unique expression of the divine. Your existence is not an accident, but a purposeful act of creation. The same force that orchestrates the galaxies, that causes the sun to rise and the tides to flow, has deemed you worthy of existence. That alone is evidence of your intrinsic value and the abundance available to you. Yet we often forget this truth. We get caught in the illusion of lack, believing we must compete, struggle, and prove ourselves to secure a place in the world. This mindset of scarcity clouds our vision, making us blind to the richness that surrounds us. We look outward seeking validation, security, and fulfillment from external sources, all the while overlooking the infinite reservoir of abundance within. The irony is that the more we chase after these external things, the further we drift from the inner richness that is our birthright. The key to reclaiming this richness lies in shifting from a mindset of separation to one of unity. When you see yourself as separate from the world, from others, and from the divine, you create barriers to abundance. But when you recognize that you are a part of the greater whole, those barriers dissolve. You begin to see that the same life force that flows through you flows through all things. This interconnectedness is the foundation of true abundance. It means that as you give, you also receive. As you trust, you also attract. As you align with the flow of life, life aligns with you. Trust is an essential element of this alignment. Trust is not passive. It is a courageous act of surrender. It is choosing to believe in the benevolence of the universe even when circumstances seem uncertain. It is releasing the need to control every detail and allowing space for the divine to work its magic. This is not to say you abandon effort or ambition, but that you approach life with a sense of collaboration rather than domination. You bring your presence, your intention, and your action, and then you let go of the outcome, trusting that it will unfold in the way that serves your highest good. This trust transforms the way you experience challenges. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you begin to see them as stepping stones. Every difficulty, every moment of uncertainty becomes an opportunity for growth, a chance to deepen your connection to the divine. You realize that even in the midst of struggle, there is a richness to be found, a lesson, a perspective, a strength you didn't know you had. In despair, seeking a Maharaja, you realize that failure is a natural part of the journey. And in that spirit, this is not a eulogy. It's the mark. This perspective allows you to face life with resilience and grace, knowing that nothing is ever wasted, that everything serves a purpose. As you cultivate this trust and alignment, you begin to notice a profound change in the way life responds to you. Opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere, connections are made with ease, resources flow to you in ways you couldn't have planned or predicted. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of living in harmony with the flow of life. When you align with the energy of abundance, the universe mirrors that energy back to you. This is the essence of richness forever. It is not about accumulating possessions or achieving status, though these may come as a byproduct. It is about living in a state of gratitude, trust, and openness. It is about recognizing the abundance that already exists in every moment. The beauty of a sunrise, the laughter of a loved one, the simple joy of being alive. When you live from this place of awareness, you realize that you are never lacking, never alone, and never without support. Ultimately, richness forever is a choice. It is a choice to see the world through the lens of abundance rather than scarcity. It is a choice to trust in the divine flow rather than cling to fear and control. It is a choice to live fully, boldly, and authentically, knowing that you are already enough, already worthy, and already abundant. The universe has chosen you for this journey. Now it is your turn to choose the richness that has always been yours, waiting patiently for you to claim it. And it has been denied to you by fear. Now it is your turn to choose the richness that has already been yours, waiting patiently for you to claim it.